There, he's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
That is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys. C.D. Lamb.
Don't never count me out.
57 yards. And the Cowboys have got it back to within a score. In motion right is a running back. They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness, it's been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Back to it after the pick 6, Prescott. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Prescott being chased out left. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Steps away to his left. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
Here we go. Hey, count. Here we go, 47. Good. Hey, count. Here we go, 47.
Fourth down, Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Prescott on 1st down. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter from the 10. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Prescott now. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. That's caught again by Schultz. He's got the 1st down and more. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. To the air again, Prescott. Left side to Lamb. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Prescott to throw it. Dancing to his left. This is caught. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now Prescott. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks.
Then he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Dak Prescott scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Cowboys have come back within a score. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. That's caught at the 2. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure,
I gotta sit in the house, man. I got to.
They know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. We need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown.
Stop playing with me, man.
Take over a couple of yards shy.
I ain't gonna throw you one this time.
They exited the pocket trying to improvise.
I'm not gonna throw you. I'm gonna capitalize on this.
It wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Prescott going to keep again. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. On third down, it's Prescott. Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now Prescott on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. We'll go the other way with the football. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
Here's Edwards again on 2nd down. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. Forced out to his left. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. Touchdown. For all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
From the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves. Let's get back out there and move the ball again.
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Play action now. Prescott. He's got a man. Complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now. Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Now Prescott. Buying time to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th.
Can't stop. Now I got 10 yards. That's it.
Dak Prescott able
Stop,
to
you only
connect
got
with
2 yards. You
Schultz.
lose.
And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point.
You stop, you go for 2, lead you with 13 seconds.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Bring that one out. Hey.
Duvernay now going to bring it out.
Hey.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They go play action with Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. Oh, he's got a little daylight. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down. Jackson.
Let's go. Put that pressure on Lamar.
Complete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Off the play fake, Prescott. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Slot man moves right.
Good. Here's my 46.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Looking to throw. Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This is certainly a team that's proven to place to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared.
Grade A defense right now, ain't it? Yeah, he goes home. Thank you.
Fourth down, Prescott. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Every time I get a chance, I
convert on fourth down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Here's Edwards again on 2nd down. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Again, it's Edwards. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Off the play fake, here's Jackson.
Pick that
Is Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
What's in the house? I'm engaged Nate.
Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Throwing throwing now is Jackson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
He's stretching right, stretch right, stretch right. Stretch right. Stretch right or stretch left. Good one.
Here's Jackson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Fourth down, here's Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And the Cowboys are able to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Oh, my goodness.
Such a costly interception. Nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Here's Prescott. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Prescott. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle.
I'm gonna put up a fight.
Not where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
That's good to keep the onside kick. He's good.
To throw, Prescott. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. Caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. A short kick taken at the 18.
In the house. He never good game.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
How to play at 1 second left.
Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.